What's going on, everybody? It's Trey Neal here with Trading Stocks, and today I've got a very interesting video for you guys. This is going to be some tips and tricks for ThinkorSwim that I have learned over the past 6+ years of using this application. So it's going to be kind of a part one video. I've got a little notepad here of things written down in front of me, things I want to cover. But if you all have any other tips that you've learned in your time, things that I just don't cover in this video that you would like to see more of, put it in the comment section down below. If they're good enough, maybe you'll see them in the next video. But go ahead and hit the like button on this video. It's all I ask in return for these tips. And hit the red subscribe button if you're new around here. Let's go ahead and jump into them, starting with the login screen. If you guys did not know, if you guys have never looked at this, click this little left cog down here in the bottom left of your login, little modal here that it gives you. And there is a memory usage setting here. So this is a min and max of the megabytes of the RAM that this application will pull from your computer, right? And it's set to default 32 through 1536 is the min and max. I run it. I have a 16 gigabyte RAM machine. I run it at 128, 3072. Honestly, I probably could turn it up even more. I do stream all of my trades. I'm streaming every single morning. So usually I kind of have obviously all my stream stuff up and running and things that kind of help support my stream as well that are kind of bogging down my computer. So if you have 16 gigabytes of RAM and you're not streaming, you can surely run a lot higher than this, but it's things that you will have to look into, and I'll show you how to in just a second. Let's go ahead and start getting logged in here. I'll actually show you now. So as we're logging in, if I hit Control Shift Escape, I'm going to bring up my task manager, and you will see here, ThinkorSwim, it's already starting, but once this really gets fired up, you can see the memory right here. You can see how much RAM this application is utilizing, and you can see if it's putting a strain on your computer right here from the task manager. So that's something you will need to come in and look at yourself. Kind of how is it affecting your hardware? How's it affecting your computer? But obviously, the higher you can have that memory usage, the smoother the application is going to run. The faster it's going to load when you click between screens like this, how fast it's going to load. If I pull up a new chart here, how fast that's going to load, kind of just the overall smoothness of the machine, of the software, the higher you can make that RAM. And that's something that I don't think enough people know about. And like I said, it is defaulted to the lowest setting. So make sure you go in there, mess around with that, keep an eye on your task manager, see how it's affecting your computer. Get it as high as you can without, obviously, if you make it too high, it starts bogging your computer down. You're doing a little bit too much. It's going to actually hurt you. So you need to fine tune that yourself with your task manager. But that is the first tip. And on the subject of making ThinkorSwim run smooth, this next tip is the best one in the video if you haven't done this already. So you're going to go to Setup in the top right. You're going to hit Application Settings, and you're going to go to System. And this might blow your mind right here. But if you've never done this, ThinkorSwim defaults to a max 3-second delay. So there's a good chance you are using your ThinkorSwim with like a 1 to 3 second delay on your trade. There's a good chance you're looking at slightly delayed data even when you're trading your real money. So make sure you come into this. You go to here, I'll run through it one more time because this is that important. Setup in the top right, Application Settings, System, change this to no delay. Obviously you want to be getting the most real-time data you can, and for some reason, like I said, ThinkorSwim defaults to a maximum 3-second delay, and that's no good. So that is going to be something huge. If you've never changed that setting, it's really, really going to change things for you. It's really going to make just your entire experience on this software way better. And also, you're going to want to go to your active trader, just one here above System. Make sure this is set to the lowest. Make sure your active trader price ladder is updating as quick as possible. Every 3 seconds is as quick as you can make your active trader window here update, but just make sure that is set to that as well. It might be defaulted to that. I don't remember, but just make sure that is there as well. So once again, just right off the bat, start of this video, just 2 huge things that are going to make your experience way better. Now, let's just go to one chart here because this is how ThinkorSwim is going to look when you first log in, right? Your ThinkorSwim, you probably log into this screen, right? Obviously, different studies, however your screen looks, but you come into one chart like this. Now, up here in the top right, a lot of you probably know about this, but I do run into people that don't. You can have up to 32 charts on one screen. all of these can be different stocks. I'm not going to sit here and write 32 stocks down, obviously, but you can put all different stocks all across this screen, right? And obviously you can customize it to however you want. It has to be in a square, unfortunately, so you can't have like 3. It has to be 4. But you can have as many of these as you want. And that is something that I don't think enough people have. And then also in this as well, it's not necessarily fully modular. You can't customize it fully, but you can kind of drag your segments around here a little bit to kind of edit it to look like how you want to. With that being said, I'm actually going to go back to my default, my setup. This is how I have my setup, my chart set up, looking at 9 different stocks, with one of them being on a little bit bigger window so I can actively trade from this screen. And then here on my flexible grid, I have all of these linked together. So you're always looking and trading. This is how I focus on one stock. This is my daily chart, 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart, so that I can keep an eye on multiple different time frames when I'm looking to set up a trade. And then, go in and go ahead and make the trade after that. So, if you want this setup, if you want my flexible grid and charts, kind of the 2 biggest parts of it, I'm going to go ahead and link my setup in the description down below. If you just go down and copy that link, go to setup in your top right, hit open shared item, paste that link, hit preview, hit import, and then you will see the setup. It will be one of these workspaces. I'll name it Trading Stocks, so that when you open your setup, you can see Trading Stocks will be saved here. Click on that. Your chart will look exactly like mine. I don't have to sit here and teach you how to do this setup if you like it. TOS is pretty cool with that. I actually really like this XCLA breakout. I kind of want to take this trade, pull back to 2 here. I'm not going to while I'm making the video, but keep an eye on that in the top right. I like this setup, breakout retest here of $2. Anyway, the trader in me is coming out. I want to go take that trade. But Trey, you're making a video. Focus. And also what the next tip I want to touch on is kind of as we were quickly talking about it here. Let's actually, I can't help myself. I'm putting XCLA on the screen. I'm not going to trade it, but let's put it on the screen. How do I have these? So how did you guys just saw when I typed XCLA in there, how did all of them change? How did all of these charts change? My active trader window changed to XCLA. All 3 of these charts changed to XCLA. Next tip, link right here, your linkages. So on every single one of these, you're going to see a red 1, and obviously you can make these multiple different things, but obviously these are all linked to the same color link, color and number link, so they will all change together. Now there's a multiple different ways you can use links. I'm not going to sit here and cover all of them. That's not kind of the whole point of this video, but one really cool one, and just kind of one example I want to show you. I have this watch list, so you can put any amount of customization into a watch list you want. This is just one of the default ones I think that comes with TOS, but you can also link your watch list. So now anything that pops up on this watch list, by the way, look at this trade. I said I wanted to get in this pullback and look at it working. Damn YouTube, look, you guys cost me money making this video, so please hit the like button. Anyway, you can go ahead now and click anything that pops up in this watch list. You can click it. It'll pop up wherever else you have that linked via charts like this. So that is also just one example of how you can use those links. So yeah, that's a cool tip there. The next tip I want to show you, if you come and click on this kind of multi-little dotted thing here. Oops, sorry. Multi-little dotted thing here. You go to Customize Grid. You can turn on the sidebar, or you can turn a big thing is this is how you turn off this sidebar, by the way. If you use my setup and in the description down below, once again, you're not going to need that because it's already going to be set up. But you can come in here, and this is how you add, like if you want to put your active trader window on a window, you want to put news on a window, you know, this is how you throw those kind of things around. So just quickly one or two that. And if you, there's multiple, I've seen multiple questions. I'm in a couple of like ThinkorSwim forums as well, because I'd like to try to help people. That's what I'm doing here. To turn this off, click on the multi-little thing here, turn off Customize Grid, get that little box out of your way. Obviously, you don't want that there. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to show you, I'm sure the number one drawing that I use is this just horizontal line right here, right? I double click, it draws the line. I have the price of the line showing here on the right, because I think it's important to see exactly what price this line is drawn at. And I get asked all the time, Trey, how did you do that? Trey, how did you do that? If I come in here and right click this line, I click edit properties, so there's a bunch of different things you can show in here. You can change the color, you can change left extension, right extension, if you want to show the name, things like that. But show the price on the right is something I do, and then save it as default. So you save this as default. Every line you draw throws the price over there. Just another really quick tip that I get asked about from time to time. So there is that. Another tip I want to show you. Say I want to buy BAC. BAC comes down here to this previous support level of around 47.5. I want to get this stock. So I'm going to go just a little bit higher. I'm going to right click the chart. I'm going to go to create alert. I'm going to go to at or below 47.48, of course, and now I have a price alert here. That means if BAC comes down below 47.48, I'm going to get a little pop-up in my ThinkorSwim. I believe it also can send you an email. I think you might have to set that up on the website. You have to log into your TD Ameritrade account, but it can send you emails with your alerts as well. But the cool thing, so a lot of you probably knew how to set alerts, right? That's pretty simple. But the cool thing is you come over to this Market Watch, you click on, this is a cool screen too, by the way. We'll come back to this. Actually, Market Watch, visualize. This is a cool screen. Anyway, come over to Market Watch, go to alerts. All of a sudden, you have a watch list, right? I now have a full watch list of alerts. This is the BAC alert that I just set. This shows you all active alerts. Unfortunately, one of my kind of gripes with ThinkorSwim is that once one of these alerts triggers, you will see that it's triggered for the rest of the day, but tomorrow it's just kind of disappeared off your alert book. I really don't like that. I wish there was a way you could show, still show triggered alerts. It's a little annoying. You oftentimes have to go back up to your messages. I'm not going to click on my messages right now because I'm not sure what it's going to show you, obviously, the history of my trades today, which I'm not scared to show you. Here's my trades today. We're up $34. Yay, yippee. But it might show account numbers and stuff, so I'm not going to click this. But sometimes you have to kind of go into your messages and scroll back through to see what triggered, if it triggered yesterday, and that's kind of annoying. So it's a little bit of a gripe with ThinkorSwim, but that's another tip, how you quickly set alerts and then how you can kind of use those alerts to have a watch list. Now, the last thing I want to show in this video pertains to option trading. So I'm actually going to change my view here to, oh, it was already on options. I'm going to change my view here over to options. This is going to also, so we've already talked about links. Now you notice my chart, my bottom chart here and my active trade window have changed from the red link to the yellow link. Now, if I go to SPY, by the way, my trade window also has the red link. So whatever I type into here, if I go to trade and I want to trade options, now I can look at Tesla options, right? Because it has this red link. So now we're looking at Tesla options. Say I want to trade this Tesla call right here. Remember the different color of those links, the yellow links that were on the other screen? If I right click this, send this call to yellow, now I'm looking at the price of the option. This is the price chart of the option. And now I can use the active trade window to trade this just like I trade equities. I can one click buy, one click sell. It's so much easier to trade options with this window than to try to trade it from this screen. I see too many people struggling with ThinkorSwim trying to trade options from this screen and or not knowing that you can. By the way, Tesla broke 1,000 today. Wow, sorry, you guys are getting all kinds of side conversations during this, but Tesla broke 1,000 today. Wow. Anyway. So that's your last tip of the day. I also want to flip over to XELA. Yeah, it gave you a nice bounce. It bounced up to 209. I would have been selling. You guys know my strategy. If you watch my strategy video, the last one I posted, this pullback, you long here, you sell at high. So I would have been selling at 208. So I would have been out anyway. But anyway, a lot of side conversations. Those are the tips and tricks for today's video. Hopefully you guys found some usefulness out of this. We covered the memory usage from the login screen. I showed you guys how to get no delay set up on ThinkorSwim, which is massive. Once again, if you have never changed that, it is huge. Oh, let me actually show you guys one more thing. I've made a video on this before, but while we're here doing a tips and tricks video, let's just do this. Microsoft account problem, thank you. I hit chat rooms up here in the top right. Let me just do that again because the pop-up distracted me. Chat rooms, Benzinga Squawk, listen. Now I am listening to Benzinga Squawk. It is reading you real-time news. They're not even really on right now. I'm recording this at 3:17 p.m. So they're usually on giving you pre-market news, and that's when it's important. But you get free access to Benzinga Squawk, which normally costs $150 a month. With that being said, it is 5-second delayed. I've done some testing with some people in my live stream that have paid for Benzinga Pro. You're 5 seconds behind with the free version that comes with ThinkorSwim, but 5 seconds behind to save $150 a month. I think most of us with small accounts are down to do that, right? So just another kind of quick tip in there. But once again, That's the video for today. Showed you memory usage, showed you how to fix the delay, showed you how links work. And with the links, I also showed you how to pull over the option chart. I showed you how to add multiple grids. I showed you how to edit your grids. I showed you how to add alerts. I showed you the watch list. I showed you this cool visualize screen where you can see what the hot stocks of the day are. Tesla is super bright green today. There's all kinds of tips quickly thrown into this video. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you have other tips, you want to help people out, or you want to potentially see your tips in the next video, make sure you throw them in the comment section. Let's all help each other out down there while we can. And if you haven't already, please hit the like button on the video. I've given you these tips. I've given you my setup for free in the description down below. All I ask is that you hit like. And if you're new around here, hit the red subscribe button. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign out today's video. I will catch you all in the next one.